I just installed the new version of Dash Command, version 3.0 for the iPhone. It's running on an iPhone 4S. And here's the car. This is my weekend driver. It's a Cobra, 2003 Cobra. And recently installed a Pioneer radio in it as well. And I've had this car since she's brand new. And I just love this app. And with the latest updates, I'm able to fix the one issue that I was having, and that was the speed correction. So let's just see if this works right out of the box. We'll crank her up. The new auto connect feature really works much better than before. So now I got the radio cranking up, and I'll wait for the radio to finish cranking up. Not sure what music's going to come on here, so don't blow me out of the water. Alright, and at this point I'm just going to go ahead and hook up the connector to the radio, to the phone. There we go. And I'll go ahead and start. And this radio is running app radio version 1. It's a Pioneer Z130 BT. And it's in app mode. Let me get rid of... And it usually takes about 30 seconds or so before data starts to show up. I think that's the reconnect feature. But before it would have to go, I'd have to fiddle with it to actually get it to work. So let's see what happens here. See if it makes a liar out of me. So far, no data. As you can see that it's, there it is. So it did make a liar out of me. So that was about maybe 30 seconds or so. Maybe a little bit longer than that. If you're wondering why my speedometer reads 3, I have a speed correction factor of 4.2. And because I'm doing, have a different transmission in this Cobra than the stock. Because I'm making a good bit of horsepower. I've got a Whipple on this, and I ended up having to go to a non-4 transmission, and the output shaft sensor wasn't anything that the Ford ECU could understand, so we had to put some electronics in between, and so now I need a speed correction factor to make it work correctly. But as you can see, boosting the vac, and once I get a little bit of speed, the speedometer actually goes back and registers correctly once I get a little bit of juice going to the engine. I'm not going to make any power or torque because it's using the calc PIDs to do the power and torque. If I was driving around, you would get a whole much better display out of that. But I'm happy with the performance. I wish it was maybe just a tad faster, but the RPM is pretty responsive, as you can see. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. There we go. That should have been the way it was the whole time. And I am also able to play my music through here. And that's coming out of my iPad. My iPhone, excuse me. So, I'm real happy with it. Some of the other buttons that I can't get to because the buttons down here don't actually work on the radio because all I'm getting is a display. I'd actually have to go into the application here while it's disconnected. And that's one feature maybe I wish they would change, is possibly not giving the AV out screen. And it may be that it's even still doing that. I just haven't seen the switch for that yet. The last version didn't have this. So, and I was still able to pipe the video out with the last version, but I was having to run an in-between application on my iPhone to handle it. But all in all, I'm really happy with it. Thanks a lot.